Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, traders and investors. This is Alex from MarketWise Asia. If you can hear me loud and clear this time, okay, please say a hi to me in the comments so that I know everything is good, everything is well. Because last week, okay, at the very start, there was a mic issue. So I've been speaking for about like 30 seconds. I didn't know that, there was no sound until one of the comments said that they can't hear anything. So just to make sure that okay, you guys can hear. If you guys can hear, okay, just type yes in the comments over here. Okay, I can see some of the comments like Dave, Alan from YouTube, Mary, HL, Naudi, Jason. Okay, all right, Hadley. All right, thank you so much. All right, yes, right, fantastic. So of course, the market opens today with a sea of the red. Okay, all the indices are red right now. So let me just maybe I can just share the screen. Okay, you can see the screen, right? So you can see the indices. Okay, Nasdaq, it is actually down 1.6%. S&P 1.5%. Russell 2000 is down 1.5%. Dow Jones is down about 1.5% as well. Of course, what is the cause of the reason? Can anybody answer me? What is the cause of the reason? Okay, just engage with me. Okay, what's the cause of reason? What is the country that start with letter G that is the cause of this sell-off for now? And by the way, for those who are watching me on YouTube or Facebook, please give me a like or share. I really appreciate that. If you're watching this on YouTube, okay, subscribe to our channel. Okay, follow us. If you're watching this on Facebook, okay, subscribe to follow MarketWise Asia, and also like our Facebook page as well. All right, so you can see that answer is very clear cut. Everybody say Greenland. So later I'll talk about Greenland. So there are also some interesting facts that about Greenland. I'm not sure whether you are aware of. Okay, so later let's go through that. So before that, let me just once again share my screen right now. Let me just zoom in over here. Okay, so you guys can see my full screen, right? So let's start now. Okay, as usual, a disclaimer first. Whatever I share today, it is just for education purpose, not a recommendation to tell you what to buy or what to sell. Okay, so please don't copy me, okay, in case I share any counters or so-called I share any ideas. Okay, all right, so please do your own due diligence. And of course, you can see on the screen, this is our social media, so-called all the various channel over there. So let me just share the screen. Okay, let me just share the screen over there. Just share the link over there. Okay, so this is from Linktree. Okay, in case you're not aware, this is from Linktree, our social media channel, Facebook, Telegram, YouTube, TikTok, X, our homepage, and also the on-demand webinar, Unlock the Secret Patterns Hidden in the Market. You can also scan the QR code on the right-hand side of the screen and get access to all these social media channel there. Okay, and yeah, and just to let you know, okay, the trading carnival, okay, it is happening, okay, in just about 2 weeks time, 31st of January at the end of the month, okay, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Suntec Convention Center, and this is the link over there. I'll post the link in the comments as well. So this is the landing page in case you are not aware, okay, or just watch my live stream recently, okay. So at the end of the month, 31st of January, we have this trading carnival where we gather, okay, a number of experts, okay, investing and trading experts, okay, to share with you, okay, their outlook and insights, okay, for the year 2026, okay, proudly supported and sponsored by Plus 500 over there. Okay, there is a VIP ticket that costs $18, okay, and also a general ticket that is free admission, okay, so you can decide which one you're going to go to. There are some perks as well, okay, for the VIP tickets, okay, all right. There is a dedicated VIP counter, okay, you have access to all the presentations slides, okay, exclusive front row seating, and a guaranteed goodie bag, okay, that's worth $18, okay. Of course, for the general ticket, the free ticket, okay, it doesn't come with all this, okay. And the speakers wise, okay, all right, just quickly go through the speakers. Okay, so we have Jay Tun, founder of Swing Trading. We have Muhammad Alamer, okay, from Plus 500, which is a gold trading expert. We have Alvin, okay, from Dr. Wealth. Chloe from the Arigato Investors, Terrence, okay, from Azul Capital, and Jalen from Plus 500 as well. Okay, so all these speakers and experts will share with you their outlook and insights for the year, and there will also be a panel discussion, okay, to share with you, okay, the outlook, okay, what are the so-called the rotation, the sectors, what are the so-called asset classes they are looking out for in the year 2026. So make sure that you attend this event and you have a clarity of what is going ahead, okay, happen ahead in 2026. And so far, this year, 2026, is not very so-called smooth sailing in terms of so-called events happening this year, right? So at the very start of the year, we have the Venezuela, okay, so the so-called the attack on Venezuela, capture of the president. And right now, over the past weekend, okay, of course, you know, Trump announced about they want to take over so-called Greenland, and if there's no deal being made, okay, 10% tariff and then 25% tariff. I think right now you guys should know about this, okay? So once again, I will just share the QR code over here. I think the QR code it is over there. Okay, can scan the QR code over there, and I'll just also post the link over here. And that is all for the announcement here. Okay, so before I continue, I mean that at the start of the live stream, normally I'll do the macro part, okay, and then the second part, then I will go through the charts, okay, and the technical aspect, okay, of the market over here, okay. So before I continue, okay, I just want to ask you a very simple question over there. Okay, let me just get the presentation deck ready first. Okay, just give me a while. All right, so okay, so before I continue over there, right, so just want to ask you first, okay, are you guys aware, okay, of course you guys know Greenland, okay, this country lah, okay, I mean that it is in the way north near the Arctic, okay, it is an island, okay, right, but it's not green. I mean the color is not green, mostly it's covered by ice. Okay, I'll ask you this, are you aware what is the population of Greenland? How many people are actually staying in Greenland right now? Okay, please don't go and Google right now. Okay, if you don't know, make a guess. What is the population of Greenland? Just type your answer. I so far start already. Okay, all right. I mean that he knows lah. Okay, all right. 56,000. Yeah, very fast. Yes, it's only 56,000. Okay, before that, okay, before I am really interested in Greenland and all these events that came up. Okay, I already know that Greenland, okay, has a population of actually less than 60K because I'm quite a nerd. Okay, I like to read and also watch documentary, and previously there was some documentary on Greenland and some interesting facts about Greenland. Greenland is the least densely populated country, okay, in the world. Okay, 56,000 only. Okay, you know, that's how little compared to Singapore, such a small dot. We have about 6 million people. Okay, all right, so in case you're not aware, okay, Greenland, I'm gonna just show you Greenland, okay, Greenland map over there. Okay, so you can see from the Google map over there. Okay, by the way, Greenland, if you see the traditional maps over here, you can see that actually it is like, wow, damn big over there. Okay, compared like, why is it even bigger than Canada and United States? This is definitely not, okay, because of the way, all right, the so-called the map, the spherical map of the world, it is do like this. Typically, okay, those countries that is way north and way south, okay, will seem a lot bigger than it is. So for example, Antarctica is not that big because it is, you know, at the very bottom, at the south, it is like this. And because, okay, Greenland is right at the top, at the north, okay, and because of the way of this spherical map, it is not bigger than United States. So it's about 1/4 the size of the United States, okay, the actual size of Greenland. So you can see over there, Greenland, it is actually one big piece of mass over there. Okay, I say ignore the size of this. It is not that big, okay, because of the spherical map. Okay, so do you know Greenland so big? A majority of the people, it is just situated at this capital. I think it's capital, is it? I'm not too sure, is it? But it is at Nuuk, N-U-U-K. So about 1/4 of the population, it is over there. Okay. So for those who are, for those who mentioned 56K, but for the rest, are you guys aware that Greenland has such little population or not? Okay. Are you guys aware or not? Okay. If this is something new to you, just type NEW, okay, in the chat. Of course, for those who already answered, like for example, Henry, MH, and Tarun, NLD, then of course, nothing new to you. Now, this is not 25,000, 56,000, okay, close to 60K lah, okay? So do engage with me. So, why is US so interested in Greenland, okay? So why is US so interested in Greenland? So it's like a topic of interest in recently, okay? All right, last year, talk about nothing about Greenland, okay? So I think, I'm not sure whether you guys read the news, okay? By now, okay, you should know that whatever the US does, okay, it has a self-serving interest. It's not like, oh, I'm the savior, I'm the hero of the world, I want to help the country, etc. So not of this case, okay. Of course, there's something that Greenland has that the United States, okay, are keen on it, okay. Of course, and Mary say, okay, untapped mineral, okay. Yes, that is actually the rare earth. So this is just a very quick macro view. I'll talk about why so-called US is so interested in Greenland and what are the possible reasons, okay. What is the situation right now and what could be the possible scenario in the future, okay. All right, so like I mentioned just now, okay, Greenland is just a big piece of Iceland, really Iceland over there. But other than that, okay, in fact, Greenland has a huge amount of resource on the rare earth. So it's a 1.5 million metric tons. Okay, just by saying 1.5 million metric tons, you can't really compare, okay, how much rare earth does it have, okay? So that rare earth, by now you should know that rare earth is a very important resources that is useful, not useful, that is in need, okay, to produce, like for example, your chips, your handphone mobile, your defense missiles and all these. So resources are essential for advanced manufacturing and defense, okay? So I'm sure also for those who are watching my live stream, most of you guys are really trading and very well versed in the economy and the news now, okay? So you should know that, the number one supplier of rare earth is actually China, okay? 44 million metric tons. Of course, just now I said Greenland is 1.5 million. It is very little compared to Greenland, okay? But okay, just that China, it is about 50% of the production of the world rare earth supply, okay? So China remains the number one, okay, backbone of the rare earth as a rare earth supplier over there. But Greenland, okay, of course, even though not as a lot compared to China, but it has 1.5 million metric tons, okay? Comparing, okay, to other mining nations such as Tanzania, South Africa, Canada, okay, it has all this has lesser rare earth than Greenland, okay, and they are mining rare earth, okay. For Greenland, it is actually not mining at all, okay. So even though it has a lot of rare earth resources, okay, all right, it has zero output, okay. So rich in resources but zero output. So 1.5 million metric tons but 0 tons of commercial production. So compare, all right, okay, to Vietnam. This is interesting. I didn't know that Vietnam, in fact, has such a huge reserve of rare earth, okay, and also production, okay. Brazil, 21 million metric tons, okay, 20 tons of production. Vietnam, 3.5 million reserve, okay, 300 tons of production. All right. So as I mentioned, okay, it is a critical component, okay, for all the chips, handphone, mobile devices, missiles, defense system, clean energy, okay, whatever it is, okay, like for example, clean energy, renewable infrastructure, okay, defense system, okay. All right. So, okay, right now, China is the main supplier, and we are at the mercy of China. Okay, not for us, maybe we are just a small country, as in context in Singapore, but for the US, who is the #1 military power, okay, in the world, okay, it is at a mercy, okay, of China, okay. US still need to get supplies from China for rare earth. So it wants to diversify, okay, this so-called the supply, okay, from rare earth, which is a national security priority for the US. Okay. So now the key question is, okay, why haven't, okay, Greenland mined the rare earth yet? Okay, there are a few key reasons. Okay, number one, environment. Okay, you know, all these are more the European country, they are very so-called heavy on, you know, environmentalists, okay, environmental sustainability and all this. Okay, so this is actually a street protection. Okay, all right, and then infrastructure. All right, it lacked the severe so-called grids, paved road, shipping logistics, and stuff. It's not easy. It is not easy. Okay, to do all this on a big piece of ice block. You get what I mean? Or ice, it's just all ice, not easy to build infrastructure as well. Okay, to be really honest, even if US grab hold of Greenland, okay, I also don't know how are they going to do the infrastructure and such. Okay, all right, and then the politics, of course, you know, normally, okay, all these Euro country, okay, they have the object of these so-called mining projects. So this historically has slowed down. So in such, okay, environment, infra, and politics. All right. So, and of course, okay, there's this so-called the geopolitical pivot point. Later I'll talk more. So in fact, it has an Arctic point, okay, the shipping route. So which the US doesn't want the China and Russia to gain control, okay. But for now, later I'll go through with that later. So I've reached the end of this so-called part one of this document over there, the presentation regarding of the rare earth. So right now you should know, okay, rare earth. So if you are clear on this, okay, can you just type RE in the chat before I continue on this? Okay. Can do so-called engage with me and such, okay, before I continue. Type RE, okay, rare earth, if you know what I'm talking about. For those who just joined, give me a like, share, and comments as well. Fantastic. Thank you for the rest, okay, for engaging with me. All right, so let me continue to the part two. Okay, part two, it is just what happened recently over here. Okay, what happened recently over there. Oh, these are okay, this. Okay, so Trump, the playbook, it is the same again. Okay, he like to announce news, okay, over the weekend, typically Saturday. Are you guys aware of that? Whatever tariff thing that he's going to announce, okay, after the market close, then he will announce, okay, and then Monday the market will have a sell-off. That is his typical playbook. So once again, for this Greenland, the 10% tariff on the EU NATO nation, right? Okay, it happened on the 17th of January, so it is on a weekend. Okay, so I'm not sure whether you're aware on that. Okay, before this 17th January 2026 take place, okay, regarding like want to take over Greenland, okay. In fact, in 2019, okay, there is a talk, okay, for Greenland, okay, to be purchased from the US. Okay, if you actually take a look, if you search 2019 Greenland purchase, you see from Wikipedia, there's a proposed United States acquisition of Greenland. So in 2019, during Trump's first presidency, okay, Trump really expressed his desire for the US to purchase Greenland. But after that, nothing happened. Of course, you know, you just say that you want to take over Greenland. Of course, all this European country, it is not going to say, oh, okay, I'm going to give you Greenland. Of course not, right? So, of course, nothing much happened now, okay, right now. So, then this is 2026, more like, okay, I want to force the EU nation to give me over the Greenland. So it's like from transaction, proposed transaction, okay, to like a hostile takeover, even though not really hostile yet. Okay, all right. So US view Greenland as a purchase opportunity, but no longer as a purchase opportunity, but a strategic necessity for US survival. That's quoted by the US. Okay, all right. So of course, right now we know that 10% threat. Okay, so the ultimatum 10% tariff. If not, I think by June, okay, increase to 25% tariff threats. Okay. All right. So of course, what is the reason for this? I mentioned, okay, this forced so-called takeover, hostile takeover. Okay. I mean that by itself, it is just a piece of ice. Just now I mentioned the first part already. Okay. This is the AI. Okay. Second, it is actually the Arctic. Okay. The melting Arctic route. And thirdly, this is what they claim. Okay. This is their military defense. Okay. All right. So of course, the ingredient. Okay. The so-called the rare earth. Okay. Based on what I have read, okay, they have undeveloped deposits of nodium and how do I pronounce that? Okay, dysprosium. So all these are rare earth ingredient materials. So the US view this material, rare earth material, as the only way to break away from the the Chinese supply. Because right now, as I mentioned just now, Chinese is the global main supplier of rare earth supply. Okay, so the US want to break away from China. Okay, second, just I mentioned, I think in the previous slide, okay, the Arctic Ocean. So just as the so-called the Arctic ice melted, okay, so there are new shipping lanes that's being developed because all the ice melted, so all this, ice block, everything is melted. So route is open. So the US wanted to prevent the control of territory, okay, to prevent Russia and China, okay, to gain a foothold on this shipping route. So this is second part of the reason, okay, what they call the new Suez Canal of the North, okay. And thirdly, okay, the US is already operating a so-called a military base there called the Pacific Space Base for Missile Warning. And the US claim that, okay, they want to own this ownership, okay, to without relying too much on the Danish permission. So in case you're not aware, okay, I think up till now, I'm the first time mentioning about this Danish, okay? In fact, Danish so-called owns the Greenland right now. So a lot of this money budget for the Greenland all comes from the Danes itself, okay? All right, Danish side, because Greenland, even though so big, very little population, where to get all the money and such, all from, okay, Denmark itself, okay? Clear so far? All right. All right, so of course, like what I said, did Angmo, okay, the EU, okay, the NATO, of course, say that, they reject this, Greenland is not for sale, okay, it's not a commodity to be traded, etc. Confirm say this one, okay, cannot be say that, okay, I'll give you Greenland for free, right? Cannot be one, right? All right. So of course, the alliance, okay, also say that this is against the international law, okay, you must hands off Greenland and such, okay. So again, US argue that this is a national security versus sovereignty. Okay, what do you think it is? Okay, I think it's both. I think it's both. Okay, security. Okay, and also the resources. Okay, of rare earth and such. Okay, so what do you think will happen to Greenland next? Do you think that there will be a hostile takeover or not? Okay, all right. What is your view? Yes or no? If you think it's yes, type yes. If you think it's no, then just type no. Okay. So right now I'm talking about the factual facts. Okay, what has happened so far. So I'm moving on to the what do you think will happen in the future? Do you think that there will be already a hostile takeover? Okay, from the US. Now they say yes, Tarun say no. Okay, Richard say yes, MH say no. Okay, so there's a mixture of yes and no. Okay, of course. Okay, a disclaimer first. Okay, I am not a political analyst, and I don't claim to be an international diplomat or expert in international relationship, etc. Okay, clear? Okay. This one I in fact consulted AI. Okay, I asked AI what could possibly happen. Okay, so a disclaimer first. Previously, all this information, data, not information, I mean that I actually tell AI what I want to talk about, then AI produced the slides for me. Okay. All right, so yeah. But this time around, I'm just a disclaimer first, all right? Whatever I share right now, okay, it is based on AI view, okay? So let me just go through over here. Hey, by the way, the slides, not bad, right? Okay, again, the content is from me, okay? But just that AI do the slides for me, okay? All right, so this is the one that I'm going to share with you. Once again, a disclaimer first, I don't claim to be an international relationship expert or a political analyst expert or whatsoever, okay? Just sharing with you, okay, potentially what could happen, okay, from the data gathered from AI, okay? All right, so as I mentioned, the catalyst, Trump always like to do things on the weekend, okay, Saturday, all right, January 17. So of course, 10% tariff, okay, blocked by my camp, but never mind, okay. Deadline is I think February 1st, okay, all right. So there is a lot of things moving, okay, for the for the EU and NATO to say yes or no, all right. So of course, what is the response, okay, from the European country? Okay, so there's this so-called the Operation Arctic Endurance. So the Europe have really deployed troops, okay, to Greenland within 48 hours, okay, just to so-called, I don't know whether this is just, you know, wayang or what, okay, to soldiers is there, deployed there, stationed there to tell, you know, US, we have real soldiers there, okay, don't mess with us. We have soldiers here ready to defend Greenland, okay? Whether they really defend, we will know. True? Correct enough. All right. So the invasion myth, okay? So based on what everything has gathered, okay, it has low probability, okay, that the US military will so-called step foot, okay, boots on the ground military invasion remains highly unlikely. So for now, based on what is happening right now, okay, at this point in time, as I'm doing this live stream, 20th of January, okay, it is low probability, okay. So the real weapons, it is actually so-called economic, okay. All right. So financial market are pricing a trade war, okay. So it's about trade war, okay. Not the US. I don't think the US really want to do a hostile set soldier there on Greenland compared to Venezuela over there. All right. So the maximum pressure campaign, okay. So of course the tariff thingy, right, 10%. If the EU don't want it to do, okay, then 20%, 25% tariff, okay. So the core strategy, okay, make the cost of keeping Greenland higher than the cost of selling it, okay. Keep increasing the tariff, okay, until, you know, boleh tahan, okay, wow, lesser demand for the EU goods, etc. Okay, all right, and that then until they give up on Greenland, okay, because the economy, the European economy is already not very strong already, and the Trump still want to impose more tariff on them that will cause so-called the economic warfare on the so-called the European nation. Okay, all right. So which AI program do you use? Okay, the slide. There's actually I mentioned before, right? Okay, I'm using Notebook LM now. Okay, all right, Notebook LM. All right. So the NATO tripwire, the soldiers are defending there already. Okay, all right. So but I like I mentioned, I don't think the US will really step foot and invade Greenland. Okay, in line with what the AI actually so-called mentioned about. Okay, so okay, also if you attack Greenland, it is an official attack on Denmark, which they are all under the European nation, okay, which is like attack on all the various European nation itself, okay. But at the end of the day, okay, I don't know whether the neighbors will really come and help Denmark or not, because you know 自己都自身难保了，还要去帮别人 you know settle all these things. On paper is they will help, but whether when really there's a serious thing happening, set foot on that, I don't know whether they will help or not. Okay. And of course, you know, there's so-called a disconnect, okay, between the actual people, okay, the so-called the military, so-called base camp compared to what the White House is talking about. So based on what the news, the media, okay, we have been saying, right, okay, so-called the Pacific space base, the so-called the defense military base, okay, is having like a normal relationship, okay, with Denmark. So like nothing much happened. Okay, so it's very different from what the US is saying to the media and such. Okay. All right. And if you actually go and Google also, all right, it's in the news, this is real. Okay. The public support is not existent. So as of now, I checked the data is actually 9%. Okay, not 8%. It is 9%. Okay. So the polls are showing that the US people, okay, it is not supporting so-called an invasion. So there's no mandate for this kind of military action, right? And of course, there's this legislative block. Okay? It does, even though, okay, Trump is a president, but he doesn't hold all the power. He doesn't have 100% of the power. He doesn't say, do this, then everybody need to do that, okay? So there is actually the Senate over there, okay? okay, to introduce legislation, okay, to block funding for any military operation against Greenland. So even if US really want to attack Greenland, okay, at the end of the day, okay, does he have the funding to do it? Okay, you know, staging a war, okay, it is expensive. Okay, nothing is free. You need money, okay, to do all these things. Okay, so most likely funding will be denied. Okay, funding will be denied. All right. So it's right now. It is like, you know, it's like playing, okay, a game of chicken. Okay, it is like, you know, two cars now. Okay, two cars there. Okay, all coming together at 200 miles per hour. Okay, and see who xiang first lah. Okay, right. This is what it means by the game of chicken. Okay, so two cars are coming together at high speed. See who is the one who is scared. Okay, and then xiang. You get what I mean? All right. So see who will give up. See who will give up first. Okay, who will give in first. All right. So concession. Okay. I mentioned the resource monopoly lah. So you know, the US will want to force Denmark to sign exclusive rights to rare earth mining. Okay. So to give exclusive rights to the US. So this is one of the possible outcome. Okay. All right. So what's the strategic goal? All right. To shut China out of the Arctic resource race as well. And also, of course, you know, don't let China to have so-called the rare earth monopoly. Okay. Second model, which the AI thinks could be possible, okay, would be a like 99-year lease of strategic base. It's like the Hong Kong model lah, okay, 99 years, okay, then after that, return back to China, okay, right, UK return back to China, okay. So this makes things like, you know, it is essentially like US soil, but the name, okay, it is still under Denmark name, but, you know, all the things is actually controlled by the US, okay. So at the bottom line, okay, I mean that, you know, US will not take Greenland by force lah, okay, but there will be a compromise, okay, most likely lah, okay, and then when that happen, okay, what do you think will happen? Okay, you guess, for the financial market, what do you think will happen for the financial market? Okay, if there's a compromise being made, okay, there's agreement or whatever agreement it is, okay, we won't know for now, but there is an agreement, okay, then what will Trump do? Trump will remove the tariff. Or there's a new saying that, okay, there's an agreement being made, okay, okay, all things is good, all things is well, then the market will rally again. Correct? So whatever things that's happening right now in the financial market, okay, don't be so scared, okay, don't be so scared. Okay, right now, is it going down right now? It is still going down, but not as bad when it is open, but you know, so I mean that don't be so scared, okay, don't be so scared of the market. I mean that it is having a sell-off right now, but overall the market, it is still in a uptrend. But okay, now we are going into the second part of the market. So do you guys find it useful, okay, for the first part of the presentation, okay? And I really think that, you know, the slide actually not bad, huh? Correct or not? Not bad, right? All right. If you think it's useful, okay, just type yes in the comments over there, okay? So at the end of the day, okay, I know what to talk about, okay? I have the content, okay? I have the knowledge, okay? But AI make it more productive for me. So I mentioned a lot of times already, okay? I really suck. I suck at making PowerPoint slides, okay? Sometimes I have a lot of information to share. But when I think of doing presentation slides, I sian already. I don't want to do the slide already, okay? I don't do slides. So AI make it more productive for me. Okay, right. The content still come from me, except the third part lah, where what I think AI is, what I think will happen to Denmark. Other than that, the content is from me. Okay, I decide what I want to talk about. Okay, so now let's head over to the chart right now. Okay, so thank you so much for the response over there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, all right. So of course, right now the market is having a sell-off right now lah. Okay. So okay, I just want to give you guys a warning first. Okay, what did I share previously? When I for the past 2 weeks or so, okay, I shared about the seasonal trend of the S&P, okay. Where is it? Midterm election, okay, midterm election. So based on seasonal data, okay, it is not surprisingly if the market is going to be weak, okay, in January. Again, like I mentioned previously, okay, if you are new, okay, it doesn't mean that the market is going to crash or like going down like that, okay? It just tells us that, okay, the market might not be that strong. It could be ranging. It could have a steep pullback. It could have a shallow pullback, okay? So always focus on the peak and the trough, the swing high and the swing low. So let's say, for example, if this Greenland saga continues, okay, all right, I don't know when you will settle down or whatever finish, okay, but you know, based on historical data, seasonal trend, okay, a good time, okay, to enter into the market possibly, okay, potentially, okay, nothing's 100%, could be in mid-February or at the end of February, where this will be like the trough, the swing low of this seasonal trend. And then maybe possibly the market will go higher, okay, before the market will be volatile again for until the third quarter of the year. So typically, based on historical data, seasonal trend, midterm election tends to be very volatile. And this is happening exactly right now. So you can focus on, you know, whether you want to go really, if there's a correction coming in, okay, this mid-February will be a good chance to enter the market. Of course, you know, we cannot just solely depend on the seasonal trend to tell us to enter or not to enter, okay? This is not a precise timing tool, okay? At least we know the historical trend, but you know, we still look at other things, for example, like price action, okay, market breadth, market internal sentiments, okay, options flow, etc., to tell us the overall picture. So the seasonal trend is just one part of the equation over there. Okay, all right. So you guys know, okay. And secondly, okay, I just do a naked chart over there, here. Okay, the S&P 500, okay, all right, based on the monthly time frame, no, this one, based on the monthly time frame, okay, based on the monthly time frame, I remove this, and this, okay, based on the monthly time frame. What is this? You guys see really scared or not? You guys see this really scared or not? Okay, this is the potential star reversal signal over there. Okay, all right. So based on the monthly time frame, so every single bar is 1 month. Every single bar is 1 month. So if market is staying right now like that, okay, there's a good chance that next month there will be a potential star reversal signal. And when there is a star reversal signal, okay, a red star, okay, at least what I normally share, it means that potentially there could be a reversal, okay? But again, okay, the reversal, okay, doesn't tell us the magnitude, okay? It doesn't tell us the magnitude. So we won't know whether it's a steep pullback, a shadow pullback, or a ranging mode, okay? Or it can continue to go higher, we won't know, okay? It just tells us that based on price action, okay, the market is at a top, the market is toppish, okay? It's overbought, it is toppish based on the monthly time frame, okay? If, okay, it has a pullback, okay, at least it won't caught you by surprise. It is expected, okay? But it doesn't tell you the magnitude. So you won't know whether you're really going to drop or not. But, you know, it gives you some warning sign, anticipation that, hey, you know, I shouldn't be too aggressively buying the indices, the big cap stocks right now. Is that clear? Okay, if you are clear, okay, just type letter C in the comments, okay? So, okay, plus the seasonal trend, okay, and such, okay, plus the seasonal trend, plus there's this thing, okay? So, I mean that, you know, I would be careful, okay, at least from the, what I'm doing right now, okay? And, okay, in fact, okay, based on the options flow data, which I shared with my SEI, some of the SEI members who enrolled into this SEI Alpha group, okay? Right, not all, but, you know, some of them are inside, okay? Where I share with them the options flow, okay? What is it doing, okay? So based on the past 2 weeks of the options flow, okay? All right, yeah, so in fact, when the market closed on the weekends of the day, okay, as I'm preparing for the options flow, I already know that, okay, the market, it is a little bit bearish for this coming week, okay? That is before Trump announced the so-called the tariff, okay, on the EU, the so-called the the so-called you wanted Greenland, okay? Yeah, so before that, the options flow, it is saying that it is already bearish, okay? It is already bearish. Net premium is negative, delta is negative. Overall, for the Russell 2000 small cap, it is actually bearish, okay? For QQQ, Nasdaq 100, it is also bearish as well. Again, bearish, okay? Net intention, bearish accelerating, okay? For S&P, also bearish, aggressively flip to bearish something. So before I can actually turn short now, okay? Wow. Trump say on Saturday, and then sell it, okay, no need to short already, okay, because by Monday the market will actually gap down already. So true enough, okay, Monday, right as of now, it gap down now, okay. So it's quite hard for me to short right now. But again, okay, if you really want to short, okay, I think today is not the best time to short. I mean, possibly it can continue to go down lower, okay, but I will take a wait and see approach right now, okay. So the options flow really does provide some decent information. Okay, I mean, I'm sure that those who are inside the Alpha group agree with me that this is actually really good information here. Okay, all right. So of course, there are other things that I won't share. Okay, there are other things that I won't share over there. So in our case, for example, over there, okay, for example, TLT over there. Okay, TLT over there. So for example, TLT over there. So let me just do this thing. Okay, so TLT, okay, all right. So if just purely based on price action, okay, if just purely based on price action, okay, it's going higher, okay, you know that interest rate is going to come down, etc. Okay, interest rate is going to come down. By right, bonds price should be able to go up, that kind of thing. So if you look at purely the price action, so that right now prior to that it is below the CPR. But right now it is above the CPR, So if without context, without additional info like the options flow, okay, I would be more bullish on the so-called the bonds. And actually, right now, based on seasonal trend, bond should be the more of the bullish period right now. So like I mentioned, you cannot just solely use the seasonal data to help you trade, okay? You have to look at a number of things, okay, to piece the puzzle together. So if I'm here, okay, I'll be more bullish on the bonds, okay? But, okay, based on the options flow data that I have for the past 2 weeks, okay, January 5th to January 16th, okay, defensive short-term, long-term wise, okay, accumulation, but, okay, I'm more of a swing trader, okay, talking about, 1 week, 2 weeks, that kind of thing, okay. All right, so short-term wise, it is more of a defensive posture. Okay, you can see that the days to expiration, 0 to 9 days, heavily bearish. 10 to 60 days, heavily bearish as well. So you can see that, even for the top print cluster, okay, February, okay, all right, so it is there's a pressure on that. Okay, so it is aggressively bearish. Okay, all right, so you can see that it actually gapped down today. Okay, by right, when there's invasion and all this, okay, the so-called people should flock to safety to bonds, but apparently it is not so, at least for today. Okay, you can see that TLT is down minus 1.1%. So all this will give me additional information on what potentially the other asset classes could be doing. Okay, so I think I've made myself very clear. Okay, so for example, over there, this S&P, all right, so I will be more careful. So as of now, I won't be looking to buy right now. Okay, but as of today, I also won't be looking to short today also, because it has gapped down. Okay, the best time to short, I think it is not today lah. Okay, of course, market can continue to go lower. Okay, but I won't be doing that. Clear so far? This is just my personal point of view, plus the context of the seasonal data over there. Okay, seasonal trend over there. So I'm not surprised if market continue to have weakness until maybe February or until end of February, that kind of thing. Clear so far? Okay. If you find my information, okay, useful, okay, once again, okay, just type yes in the comments again. All right. I'll take a sip of water first. And also recap, okay, announcement in case you just watch us. Just now was only about less than 100, now more than 120 people across YouTube and Facebook, okay. Trading Carnival, okay, if you want have more insights, okay, more market outlooks from the various experts, okay, do attend our Trading Carnival, okay, on the 31st of January, okay, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Suntec. All right, so we do have the VIP ticket and general ticket. General ticket, it is actually free. So for more information, you can see the differences between the VIP and the general ticket over there. We do have, of course, we have the usual lucky draw promotion, okay? We have free flow of coffee tea for you to mingle around, okay? All right, so J-Tune from Swing Trading, Elemer from Class 500, okay? Alvin Chow, Dr. Wealth, okay? Chloe, Arigato Investors, Terrence, Azu Capital, Jaden from Plus 500. So they will share with you their insights and also market outlook for 2026. And there also a panel discussion, okay, to share with you, okay, what are the asset classes they're looking at, okay, is there any rotation, okay, what are the so-called insights that they have, okay, for 2026. So I'll just get the link in the comments to register for this event. It is free, okay. All right, so I will also do the QR code over here. You can see the QR code. Okay, where is it? You can see the QR code, right? Okay, so do scan and register for this event. Okay. Any other question? Any other question so far? Okay. All right. So last week, what did I mention? Okay. I mentioned about gold. Okay. Gold as the seasonal favorable period, right? Okay. So it showed up, but I didn't enter. So, but recently, I don't really like to trade gold. Okay. Recently, I don't like to trade gold. But based on last week, okay, I mentioned about the seasonal data, it is gold. Last week flow, it is still okay. But just a disclaimer first, okay. All right, the options flow, okay, not supposedly to share, but again, it doesn't mean that it's going to be right, okay. For gold, in fact, the intention, it is actually not so bullish, so it's not so bullish. Can you see that, for the February so-called OPEX, it is actually a massive 12 million short call on gold. So I mean that it can still continue to go higher, but based on option flow, it's not so bullish. So I wouldn't want to aggressively go long on gold now. Again, this is just my personal view, okay? All right, so I wouldn't want to go long now. I know that there are some of my students, okay, are making a big money on gold, okay? I mean that, okay? All right, so again, I'm not asking you to buy gold, okay? Based on historical data, you can afford me. Right now, it is actually favorable period. Facts, data, okay? And I'm not asking you to buy gold, but I'll be cautious on gold personally myself, okay? All right, it is a little bit, I do like to keep chasing for swing trade perspective, swing trading, holding for 1 to 2 weeks. Again, if you are thinking of long-term investor, okay, I have nothing to say, okay, because you think that gold can go to 5,000, 10,000 in the next 5 to 10 years. Then buying now and buying next week makes no difference. But if you are trading, okay, holding period 1 to 2 weeks kind, then your entry must be a lot more precise. Do you agree with me? So if you're talking about trading wise, short-term trading, okay, I won't be aggressively trading gold right now. Okay, clear so far? Okay, so I think any question before I end today's session? Okay, I think covered quite a bit Greenland, okay, and also the stock market regarding the indices. I think I will be a little bit more careful now. Okay, any other question? Any other question? So if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, if you find value in today's session, okay, please give me a like, share, and comments. Okay, if you find this interesting, okay, do share with your friends as well. Watching this on YouTube, do subscribe to our channel as well. And of course, if you find value, okay, silver also the same. Okay, silver also the same. So precious metal, silver and gold typically is the same. So you get today's silver is also up about 4.9%. It's also up quite a bit. But again, if you're talking about options flow, okay, it is a little bit bearish lah, a little bit bearish, okay. Again, based on options flow data only, okay. So I will be a little bit more careful. But based on seasonal trends, seasonal data, typically gold and silver are bullish in the month of January. Okay. So once again, if you find value in this one, join my join my seasonal advantage insiders lah. Okay, I mean that this is not difficult to find lah. Okay, I mean that this is actually gold is actually, I will just share this with you. It's not difficult to find. Then nothing secretive. Okay, at least for this seasonal trend for gold. Okay, typically until before Feb, just before the end of February. Okay, all right, but it doesn't mean that you go up all the way lah. Okay, along the day we pull back and such. Okay, all right. So if you find value in today's session, okay, if you find value in today's session, okay, just type value in the comments or letter V in the comments. James Lee, I've already shared the seasonal chart with you already. Okay, so I share a lot more things. Okay, in my SDI. Okay, as of now, I'm not aggressively taking in members run numbers. I'm in the midst of changing the landing page and such, but I'm just sharing with you. Okay, I think I do provide a lot of useful information and a lot of options flow data for my members as well. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, with that, okay, all right, I think so far I don't see any question. So once again, if you find value, type letter V. If there's no question, okay, then thank you so much. Okay, I will see you guys again next week. Okay, good night, Wan An, and bye bye, and thank you for staying with me. And don't forget to register for the trading carnival. I will share the link in the chat link again. So with that, thank you so much, and bye bye.